I'm here today with Robert Rodriguez. He is the CEO of HelixVM, and he was one of the presenters today at the HITLAB Innovator Summit. So, Robert, tell us a little bit about what you wanted the audience to hear and how you feel it was received.
Well, I hope it was received well. Nobody threw any tomatoes at me or anything.
Which is good, yeah.
Which is usually good.
Yeah.
But I think that the core message for us is that we are really looking to help make patient care faster, help doctors do it faster, and for this to happen sort of in a way that already exists within the system, which is to say not asking people to do things any differently. But the idea of bringing patients and doctors together in an asynchronous fashion to actually perform medicine is a novel concept, and it's something that takes time to adopt. So hopefully people are listening and adopting and thinking about how to use asynchronous medicine to basically make things better for everybody.
So how does it work?
So the way it works is, I think there's first the concept of what's asynchronous medicine, right? So asynchronous medicine is in essence where the physician and the patient don't actually meet to perform medicine, which is to say you gather information from patient, and it could be a wide variety of information, insurance information, medical information, gather it from the patient, gather it from clearinghouses, bring all of that together and be able to provide that to the doctor, so that way the doctor is able to provide treatment to the patient, okay? And so what it does for the patient is it allows them to get medicine from home, get medicine from the road, get medicine without really interrupting their day. And then on the physician side, what we're looking to do is put together basically a technology platform around this concept and have that technology platform deliver for the patient, in essence, a concise note. Okay, so I don't know if you've been in the doctor's offices and they break out your chart and it's like this thick. Well, nobody reads anything like that. Right. Okay, it's pretty much all ignored. So what we're trying to do is basically the equivalent of take all of that and make it one page. So that way, whatever the need is for the patient, that they're able to receive the care instructions from the doctor. Care instructions on what to do, what should I go, what's my next step, do I need any medication, should I go to the pharmacy? So doing that without two people meeting is hard. It's really, really hard. It's a different way of putting medicine together.
So does the patient authorizes the release of records, the doctor receives the records, and then they use your tool, your platform, to shrink that down from multiple pages into the note that you were talking about?
Yeah, our platform does that. Our platform does both intake from the patient, consent forms, insurance, that type of stuff.
Right.
Okay. And then what we do is we also use their complaint. Like, what is it that you want? What's wrong? And we take that information and then we put it through a process, a clinical protocol. We put it through an AI. And then out of all of this sausage making, if you want to call it that, we produce a note. And that's what we present the physician in their system. So that way the physician is, okay, this is a process that might have taken the patient 15, 20 minutes. They got a bunch of information. They're telling me what the patient wants. They're telling me what the patient has. And they're, in essence, giving me, a roadmap for what to do with today's visit.
So where are you with your company? How far have you progressed, and what are your needs?
Well, we launched in 2021, sort of in the COVID during the COVID period, and we launched because basically we were looking to create software to solve this problem because there was nothing really out there that addressed the issue. So we started in 2021. We took to market our minimum viable product, our MVP, basically in May, and so far we've done really, really well. The company's grown very quickly. We've done about over 80,000 patients that we've seen, and our revenue for 2024 should be around $5 million. So we're growing pretty quickly.
So what do you need moving forward?
Well, I think that in order for us to be a really big company, not just a small company, which we still are today, is we definitely need to basically broaden our distribution to the marketplace, because demand for what we do gets created in a variety of different environments. Demand gets created in an emergency department. Demand gets created in a physician's office. Demand gets created at a pharmacy. Demand gets created at a work comp carrier who's working with employers. And so the ability to build a distribution network to in essence, bring patients into the platform is extremely important for us, okay? And that obviously means that you need to hire people, you need to raise money, in order to basically go after these vertical markets. So I think that that's probably our single biggest challenge is how do we in essence bring that in. We've done a really good job so far of putting together the infrastructure. Not that there's always something to do, but I think from our perspective, it's about demand generation, where demand creates itself.
Mm-hmm. So why was it important for you to come to the HITLAB Innovation Summit and talk about your company with people?
Well, evangelizing, as I mentioned, I mean, this is an adoption task, right? You're trying to get patients to behave differently. Mm-hmm. You're trying to get doctors to behave differently. You're also trying to get people who make referrals. Hey, listen, go to this doctor, go to that doctor. You're trying to get them to behave differently. So changing behavior patterns among sort of those three legs of the stool is not easy.
Right.
Evangelizing is a part of it, right? Having other people talk about what you're doing is a part of it. And so I think coming to conferences such as this gives me an opportunity to evangelize to people who are in the industry, and also, frankly, to learn a little bit about what other people are doing, because at the end of the day, the problem that we're solving is endemic in these institutions that deal with healthcare, which is, how do you get patients access?
Right.
How do you make things as efficient as well as profitable for the doctor? Okay, and then how do you solve some of the downstream issues with respect to the people who are part of that value chain, the pharmacy guys, et cetera, et cetera. So it's good to sort of get a broad perspective from the different folks in terms of the challenges that they have.
Well, I think we're happy that your evangelism tour brought you here to New York and the HITLAB Innovator Summit, and certainly hope that you were able to make some valuable contacts and rub a few elbows and pick up some fresh knowledge.
I feel I did, so
Okay.
It's been good.
All right, Robert, thanks so much for coming by here.
Pleasure to
and sharing
meet
your
you.
thoughts.